Hello there, this is Patricia from Pinky's World. This evening I'm doing something a wee bit different. Normally I'm making a wee box or a gift box of some sort, but I decided I would do a wee tag with you. I've been doing tags on a weekly basis and really enjoying them, and I thought I'd have a wee go at making a tag like this using one of the lovely what do you call these? I always forget their name. Stitch nested label dies. So if you have got yourself a packet of these, this is another way of using them rather than just directly onto cards. So what you need to do is get the biggest one, cut yourself a label out in Whisper White, just as so, and inside your pack you will get this. It's just a narrow line with the stitched, I can get that to show, the stitch dots in it that match the whole outside of this. And the way I'm using it today is simply to put it across your tag. So whenever you pop your tag into your die cutting machine, go to these bottom 2 points and have the writing facing you. Stampin' Up it says on it, so have that facing you. Line it up directly with the corner on both sides so that you know you're getting equal cut, and just tape it down and run it through your cutting machine, and you end up with this. Now it doesn't actually cut it off, it cuts across, and all you need to do is either put it through your cutter or just hand cut it like I'm doing, and it gives you this lovely tag shape, a wee bit unusual and a wee bit different. So at the top you want to go to the center with your pencil. Just put a wee dot where you'd like the hole punched for the threads to go through. So do that first, and then I'll show you how I did my sky. I'll also explain why I have this stamped already. Just punch that if you can hold your hand steady. I don't seem to be able to. So that's me. I stamped this earlier simply because I'm using this watercolour medium as my mask. You can stamp yourself out one and cut it out of your sticky note page, or you can use this. I like using this. I know it's a wee bit slower, but it's very accurate and it doesn't move around on me, and I can confidently make my sky then and not worry too much about it. So you've went from this stage, then you've went to putting your dotted line across and then chopping that off, and you're left with your tag. And in the meantime I have used a really old paintbrush. Just keep that for your sticky medium, and just paint it in there. Just dip, not too much, paint it in and spread it around and cover everything that you want covered. And then that allows you, I did this earlier hoping it would be dry in time, and it's not too bad. So I want to now make my sky. And in this one I have used Pool Party and a wee bit of glycerine, which helps your sponge move it around. Also just tore myself a sky just out of a piece of card. I just ripped it along, and that gives you two. You'll be able to use this one, the other side of it, at another date when this one wears out. Unless you have a nice sky template yourself, this is a fun way of doing it. So just get yourself your template ready. Get yourself a glass block. I still have some stuff on that. I need to wipe it off because I'm going to use a different colour. I just thought I would try this new Seaside Spray colour to see what it comes out like. So I haven't actually tried it, so if I don't like it, you know to go back to your Pool Party. And all I did with the glycerine, I didn't put a puddle of it on or anything, and I didn't put far too much ink. You're not going to need that much at all, but if you're making a lot of these, then you can go ahead. So I've dipped the ink onto my glass thing, and simply, instead of pouring a big puddle of this, put your sponge on at the very top and just scrape it off. You don't need a lot of this glycerine at all, it goes so far. So just put your lid back on to save any accidents. This is just an old kitchen sponge. If you have the Stampin' Up sponges, use those. I just keep a pile of variety of sponges so they can use for different projects. So we're going to start at the top, and we'll just simply tilt it slightly. You're just using this as your mask. So dip your sponge into the ink, just dab a bit up, and you can off sponge some to lighten it up, and then start on your template and work your way into the shape that you've made. And just, you can see it forming already, and just keep going down. And because you've got your fluid on that, you can easily just go over the top. You're not going to destroy your stamped image. That's not a bad wee colour, but it's spreading on. Look at that. Try and keep it all from going around the back. I've dipped that in the flipping ink, so ignore that. I'm going to try and cover it now so we don't make a big mess of maybe too much glycerine. I put the same glycerine back on. Use a fresh sponge for yours when you're after using this, and I shouldn't have, because you just don't want too much glycerine on it. Just a wee bit helps to spread the stuff nice and light. And I want the sky to get slightly lighter as we're coming down so that I can stamp my sentiment. I'm going to come right over this time. It's so easy to do, and it does give a nice wee effect, I think, anyway. So you suit yourself. If you're better at clouds than me, you go for it. But this is as good as I get. And I think it's nice. It's a fun end to it. So we've got our clouds. We'll get rid of these things in case I make more mess. And our wee template. And as I say, if you destroy it like I just did, use it the once and dump it. It's great for using up all your scrap. So now we're left with the sky. We want to stamp our sentiment, and we want to take this off and colour him in. So simply get your finger and just rub. You'll see it coming off like gum. It's so quick and easy. And a bottle of that lasts. I have that bottle there about maybe 4 years now. And I don't use it a lot, but I do use it, you know, so you do get your money's worth out of it. It's a wee bit pricey when you're first buying it, but as I say, it lasts so long. So he's ready. If you're happy with the smoothness, you know there's no more gum on it, then you just need to get yourself the stamp. And the one I'm using is, where are you? Here we go. No, it's not. I have that much rubbish on my desk, and stamp sets and inks, and I really need a good clean out. So the one I'm using is Hope You're Back on Your Feet Soon, simply because he's not on his feet at the minute. But this is not good, which is great with this wee giraffe. Isn't it cute? This one, Hope Things Get Better Soon, and sometimes that's all there is to say, and that I'm here for you. So say and ouch. There's such lovely wee sentiments in it. It's a great wee set. So get yourself one of them. Back on your feet, you call it. Now, I'm using, pardon me, Memento Black. You could go with the sky colour if you wanted. It's entirely up to yourself. Choose your own colour. And this, Hope You Are Better Soon. So try and line it up on your paper and hope that you have the stamp lined up. I'm going to go down a wee bit so it is actually hanging. Hope you're back on your feet soon. Nice. So we'll get all these out of the way, and I have a variety of colours here. If you Google Sloth, it comes up in so many colours. Some of them are nearly black, some of them are greys, and some of them are like tans. Some of them are dark brown. So decide which colour you want yourself and go for it. So I'm going to start with the leaves, and I'm using Old Olive, and I'm just using the bullet end because it's small. It's a very small area, and I don't want it to run over them. So I'm simply dotting round the wee lines that are already marked for you to show you the shading on your leaves. So just a wee bit of the dark, and then go back in with the light olive. My light olive is running done, and sometimes it will not come out. This is what happens. It causes a suction. It's nothing faulty or anything that happens to me with Pro Markers and Spectrum Noirs. It happens to them all. When the ink is running done, the suction causes a real tightness, and when you go to pull it off, the whole lot comes out, you know. But so be careful when it's a good clue as to when your markers are going to run done. You can be prepared and get the next colours in. So I'm just going over the whole lot to make sure that it's all nice and green, and then we're going in with I'm just using light soft suede, and I'm just doing the wee stem there and the twig of the tree that he's leaning on. No shading, I'm just going for it. Again, you can take your time, add the light and dark to get your own shading. So that's the colour I used there. I'm actually going to do his body now in the dark crumb cake and light crumb cake. So I'm going to just go where, again, the lines are, because that's showing me, can you see this at all? It's showing me, I'll maybe zoom out for you. See if that's any closer for you. It's showing you where the shading is. These are really easy to colour, so just put on your darkest colour first, if that's the way you do it. Some people put their light colour as this is the way I do it. I don't want to waste all my colours building up. If you're getting a good enough look and you're happy with it, just do it that way. A layer of light and a layer of dark. And you can actually see where the darkness is with the extra wee lines. Up around his back. And as I say, Google your sloth and decide what colour. It's entirely up to yourself. I'm leaving his face because his face is pretty dark. In all of the sloths that you see online, all of their wee faces are really, really dark. So just put a few wee hairy ones. And then we're just going to go over the whole lot with the light. So you can use your brush end for this as you're covering it all. You don't have to be as precise. He is a cutie, isn't he? My daughter has been waiting on something to be made with him from he arrived in the house. She is a sloth fan. Just smooth that all in. No white bits. And he's pretty cool, I think. I'm actually going to do is claws in it in this light crumb colour as well. Just a wee line. And then we'll go back to his face because we're going to use the soft suede, dark suede again for the face because the eyes are pretty black, but I don't want to go black. I think it was just a wee bit too much. And again, you can add wee bits of the darkness there. And then go back in with your light soft suede. I'm going to use the brush end actually. And just sweep it all together. Simple. Now, we'll add a wee bit of definition with the, I can't remember these names, light smoky slate. Just to those wee dark lines on his bandage, just to give it a wee bit of definition. And that's him. So simple and so quick, and he is really cute. And now we want to add a wee tie. So I'm using this garden green baker's twine, just 2 4-inch pieces, loop them together, fold in half and thread through that wee hole if you've made it big enough. I actually wanted to put 3 in, but I couldn't get 3 through it. And I come about getting the crocodile out, so if you have your crocodile, decide yourself. So sling that through, and then with each of those I opened them out just to give that sort of clothy feel to match in with the bandage. So just pull your fibres out on each one. It's really simple, it looks fiddly, but just unwind them, grab it down to the bottom, and that has loosened it all up, and they should come out for you nicely. Fiddly but worth it. Last one. You can see they do come right out. If you're lucky enough to get gripping it right away, you'll get it sorted. 3 wee tugs and it should be out of there. Now, there we go. So where's that other one? Do I put them together? So one's Pool Party actually was darker. It's a different shade altogether. This is Seaside Spray for the background. So you could do lots of nice things. You could add your own wee backgrounds, different things. Really have a wee go for it. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you use your nested labels to make a few tags, because it does give that lovely wee dotty edge all around. I think it's really nice. So that's me. I'll catch you again next week, and remember, if you want to shop with me, my links are all down below of exactly everything that I've used. And if you haven't got a demonstrator, I would love to be your demonstrator. So get in touch, and I'll catch you next week. Bye.